Hello, the internet. It is Saturday, the 17th of February 2024, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, who said that? I can't see anything. Who said that? I need my glasses. That's a silly introduction. I recently got glasses for the first time ever. I've never used glasses in my life. I'm 48. No, I'm 47. How old am I? I'm 48. I'm 48. Yeah. Jeez. Forgot how old I was. I'm 48. Wait, does that mean I turned 49 this year? No. I'm 47. Am I 47? I was born in 75. It's 2024. No, I'd be 48. I turned 49 this year. Well, either way, I lasted a long while without needing glasses. Now, what I'm doing on this stream is walking you through the process of how to get eyeglasses. We call them glasses in Australia, but a lot of people call them eyeglasses because they go on your eyes. It might seem pretty trivial. You just get glasses, but there is a small step involved, a few little steps involved, and this is what I did. And when I was reluctantly deciding I need glasses, I didn't find much help online, so I thought I'll just make this live stream just so that it's super clear and succinct. So with that in mind, I won't be engaging in the chat, but I see John and I see David there at this point. Hello, the internet. Smash that like button. Thank you, John. And David, hi gives. Hello, David. How you doing? Smash that like button if you don't mind. So look, I put this off for a long while. My eyesight is typically quite good, and it has been for a long time at distance. But then as I got older and older and older, the closer things got to me, like your phone, it became very apparent that it's not working for me. It was so hard to see. It was getting me down and it was getting me frustrated and flustered. My sister gave me a shitty pair of service station, gas station, truck stop magnifying glasses, basically. And I've been using those for a while. And I was pretty content that these are going to get me through. And then it got even worse. And I finally bit the bullet and said, you know what? I'm going to actually go and get glasses. So the first thing I did was think about who are the options in Australia. The big ones, OPSM and Specsavers. These are the two big players in the market. I chose Specsavers. I don't know why. I just chose those guys out of OPSM. I didn't make any, there was no reason or rhyme behind that. And to that effect, this video is not a sponsored video or any sort of thing like that. This is just my my thoughts and how it went for me. So Specsavers is who I chose. You might use OPSM, whatever you choose, you do you, but I did Specsavers and this went quite well. So I want to tell you, the first step I did was, and this is what you should do, go to their website. And then the first thing you should do is that large enough? Make it bigger. Specsavers.com.au is the URL skins. I'll put that in the chat so anybody playing along might want to grab that, have a look themselves. Go and find a store. Click on the top left link, and it's going to ask you to remember your location. I don't use Firefox, so I'm just doing this on stream. But yeah, you punch in your location. There it comes up. Oh shit! I pressed the back button. Doesn't matter. You go and find a store near you, and then you can either phone them or this book an eye test near you is what you do. You make your appointment by clicking on these book appointments. Now, I won't go through and do that. We'll just do it just generally. We'll go 2000. This is Sydney. So let's say we're going to go in Haymarket. Here's your nearest stores. You just book an appointment. I just booked a location here. And this is bulk billed with a valid Medicare card. So the point of this is it's free to Australians because we have free healthcare. However, the glasses aren't free, but the tests are free. So, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video because I got my thoughts on this. But yo, TKK, how you doing, man? There's something really wrong with your stream. I've received 100 notifications saying the stream has gone live. Oh, thank you, YouTube. On Kick. Oh, okay. Well, I'm on Kick as well, but it's a YouTube stream. But how you doing, TKK? And just ignore 99 of those notifications and just remember the one. So yeah, you make this appointment and it's free. And there you go. You come in, you get this appointment, and it gets emailed to you. And that's the website part done. So on the appointment day, you rock up, you get seen by a staff member. You walk in, you get seen by a staff member, you say, I've got an appointment. Now what they do, there's two sets of people. There's this staff member up front who sort of does like a preliminary, sort of like warming up of your eyes, or not a test, but they take you into this dark room and they sort of spray jets of air into your eyes. And they do like a setup kind of, it's like preparation for the surgeon. If you think about it like a surgery, they've got the anesthesia and all that stuff. So this is what this person does. Then you sit back down. That information, I'm assuming, gets fed onto an optometrist, right? Optometry, that's eye dealings. That person sees you, and this is where the actual test takes place. So you go into this little room and the person explains everything, and they ask you what your issue is. And I say, well, my eyesight is terrible up close. And they start doing like these tests and it's all very non-invasive. There's no pain. There's a bit of discomfort. I mean, your eyes are open and you got to stay open. But they basically tell you they show you a series of things and they say, where can you stop seeing the circle, or where does the circle become a square, or what's the bottom line on this read, and what's the top line, and it's kind of like what you'd imagine when you go for your driver's license. They do all the read that line, read this, tell me when that comes. They get all these instruments out and they put them on. They then tell you at a glance, they tell you your eyesight is so and so, and they tell you the medical term, I suppose, what you've got. I turned out I have two on both eyes. I have a bad memory. I was going to say dyslexia, stigma. I have a stigma on both eyes, and coincidentally, at that particular time, I asked this optometrist. I said to her, "Can you see when you're looking? Can you see the floaties? Because I got floaties, and everybody's got floaties, but I've got one in my left eye that sort of reared its ugly head about 2 years ago, and it's a big one. It's a big, dark floaty." And she said, "I can see that one. That's really clear. The other ones are just normal, but there's a big one in there." So I asked her just curiously, like, "Is there any treatment for that? Can you get rid of them?" She said, "No, it's just, part of getting old." So she then defines what you've got and tells you this is what you've got. And then on the fly, she gives you a pair of glasses that she's kind of made up using sort of stock lenses that she's got in the house, right, sitting there. And it's a very bodgy contraption. It's like a big old thing that sits on your head, and she can slot these lenses in. And then when she does that, she sort of asks, I'll say she because I had a woman, but you might get they ask you, what can you see? And if you say and then they take one out and slide another one in, and they just go in front and behind, and she keeps manipulating it and changing it until it's pretty much bang on. And then I think from those different slots of lenses into this makeshift glassware or eyeglasses, that's what determines, including the test, that's what determines your prescription. So at that point, you exit the building with an appointment. Now, the appointment is to come back and actually pick up your glasses. And at that point, you can choose which glasses you want. They give you this thing here, can't wait to see you again, little reminder of when you are, what time you'll be back, and blah, blah, blah. Now, I thought incorrectly, I thought they did all this on the fly. I thought you were in there, you get your test, you get your glasses. There's a 2-week wait for your glasses to actually be made. So you come back in. Sorry, I've messed that up. I've messed that bit up. You come back in, and at that point is when you. Am I remembering this right? I can't. My memory's terrible. This one was for 1:20 at the second of the second. Yeah. So you come back in to do a fitting, and the fitting involves walking around the shop and taking glasses off the rack and putting them on and like checking out what you like. And this is where I'm going to say Specsavers sort of jack their prices up, because I looked at at frames that I thought were suitable for I've got a fat head, right? I've got a fat scalp. And so I needed glasses that were a bit wider than usual. And it happened to turn out, hey, Hendrik, how you doing, man? I waited 3 weeks. Yeah. Okay, so this fitting process is you can do this fitting process once you've got out of that room with the optometrist, and then you come back in 2 weeks and that's when the glasses are made. So I jumped forward a bit, but so you go out, you choose these lenses or these frames, and so you walk around the room or the shop and you take frames off the shelf and you put them on and you decide, okay, well, I like those ones. Now it's at that point that they upsell you. They will say, did you know you get a second pair free? So one pair and then the second pair free. So the first pair is jacked up in price to equate the two, right? They're not giving you a free one. They just jack the price up of the first one. But the entrance level for the first pair is you can get them as low as I think $68 or 69, and then it jacks up to like 140, and then up to like $320 for just for one pair. But then you get the two, so you're getting two pairs of glasses for 150 each if you look at it for $300. But what they then do, and this is how they do this as well, they will say, well, if you're going to decide on two pairs, one of those pairs should be coated with a non-reflective blue light absorbing coating. They'll say something like, do you use a computer? And it's like, oh no, I'm the only human in existence that doesn't ever look at a screen. Of course you use a screen, right? A computer screen. So that's when they'll tell you, well, you better get one of them coated, and that's $70. So they jack that on as well. So suddenly your prices, your free set of glasses from Medicare, from the government, has now become relatively expensive if you've chosen a set of frames that is. And I've got to tell you, the cheap frames, like the $69 or $68 ones, there wasn't many of them, and there wasn't any that fit my fat noggin. So you're basically forced to go for these big fat, the higher price ones. So you decide, and I decided on what I wanted, and I told her, I said I'll take this pair, and I'll have the blue coating on that pair. And she's like, okay, cool. That's when you get this. That's when it's like, okay, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And that's when they're making those glasses. But I'll tell you this, and this came as a shock to me. Did you know that when you take the frames off the shelf and put them on, then you go to the woman or the staff member and say, I'd like these, you're actually buying that frame. You're not buying that model and they'll go and get the one off the production line. You're actually buying that physical frame. And I was like, that doesn't, like I asked her, I said, are these the actual frame that I'll be getting? She said, yeah, we put the lens inside this physical frame. And I thought that was a bit weird, because everybody in that shop just trying on glassware, like walking around checking that, basically you're buying, like they could be bent, they could be stretched, they're faffing around with them all over the place. If no one buys that set of frames, they'll sit there for weeks or whatever, and then all of a sudden you buy it, you're the sucker that buys. So I thought, I would have thought that they would have just looked at it and gone, oh, that's model number 7X432, okay, yep, and they put it in the computer, and then they start using a fresh set, but they actually use the set that you've touched. So that's a bit weird, but so either way, you come back down 2.5 weeks later or whatever the appointment is, and that's when they present you your glasses. You sit down, not with the optometrist, but with the first staff member that you saw, like in-house sales rep, I guess. And you sit down and they present these glasses to you. Now, I've got both my pairs here. This is my blue light reading pair, and I need these on. I got to tell you, I need them on when I'm here streaming. This is the second pair. These are in the glass case, and I got to tell you, this glass case, it feels cheap. It feels nasty. It's also like a little singular button join, and you've got to make sure you get that lined up to properly close it. It would be much radder if it was one of those magnet ones that just goes like a magnet strip, right? But instead it's, so this, to me, this seems cheap. These are the glasses that do not have the blue coating. They give you a microfiber cloth. And by the way, the first thing I did was when I put them on, they fogged up like they have here. That's because it's hot right now. And I went and got my shirt and she's like, we've got you a microfiber cloth. You can actually scratch the glasses if you use your shirt. So just stop doing that. You've got the cloth right there. Do that and don't touch your shirt with it again. So I'm going to put, that made them filthy. What the fuck is on that? I haven't used this one yet. That made them disgustingly dirty. What the hell is on this microfiber cloth? You can't see that, right? That's fucking filthy. Huh? That's disgusting, whatever's on there. Yeah, this one's clean. I mean, I've cleaned them a few times with this. Does that make that cloth dirty? Well, it's good to know because they give you this little carry bag. These are the ones with the, these are the ones without the, and in this carry bag is Lens Bright lens cleaner. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of that. They also have in here, surprise, surprise, another sales pitch to get you to buy more glasses. And they also tell you to come back in another year for another prescription. So to me, by the way, I was going to just check if I could see the difference between these ones without the blue coating. So these have not got the reflective coating. Kind of looks sort of different. It's very subliminal. Like, holy shit, there's not much in that. There's not much in that at all. Fuck, now I forgot which one's which. Really, I have. Fuck, I think it's these ones. I think it's these ones. Should I be able to tell by looking? I've genuinely forgot which ones are which. I think I'll have to watch the replay. I think it's these ones. So it's at that point, Hendrik, it's well known that Specsavers are a ripoff. My final synopsis from this scenario is, and by the way, just add this to the mix. I don't think these glasses are. I don't think the prescription in these glasses is great. I think it's close, but to be completely fair, these shitty free gas station glasses, they're pretty much the same. Like, these are just magnifying. These are just magnifying reading glasses. They're pretty much like, I honestly can't tell a difference when I'm looking at reading something than with these shitty glasses and the ones that I paid $310 for. I can see the sweat beads. I've got the air conditioning on. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's about 28 degrees outside.
It's a hot day. I'm sweating here. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I finally bought glasses, but I got to tell you, I don't think, like, I could have used a better pair of these just as well as I've got these. Now, what that's going to do long term to my eyeballs is I don't know. But as it stands, my tip would be probably use OPSM. If this is how it works with Specsavers, my advice would be, yeah, use the other guys and let me know, like, compare, because I made sure of this. I got my prescription emailed to me, so I can go anywhere and fulfill that prescription. I don't have to go back to Specsavers, and I probably won't, to be completely honest. If I break these or if I lose them or something happens, I probably won't go back to, my monitor just turned off. There you go. I probably won't go back to Specsavers to get a replacement. After just kind of, it felt like it was just a big sales pitch. Hold on. Everything except for the optometrist. The optometrist was rad. This optometrist she was so like super informative, answered all my questions, volunteered things, like said, showed me diagrams. This is what happens when you get older. This is the back of your eye. This is the retina. This is the little bit of, I was going to say plastic. This is the little bit of fluid that moves and stretches, and this is why your distorted vision at the front. She was super, super detailed. And she wasn't just pumping me in and pumping me out. She was like, you know, she was cool to sit there and chat and talk about it all. The other people in the building felt like it was like, come on, get through, make your decision. We got to sell. And maybe they've got quotas to meet, maybe they got targets to build or whatever. But that's how I felt. So my advice would be to go ahead and use OPSM and just let me know. Triggered your phone. Sorry, Hendrik. What else is in here? Yeah, keep your specs up to spec. This is obviously a sales pitch to get you to come back. Here's tips for good-looking glasses. Remove both hands to take your glasses. Yep. Clean lenses with microfiber fiber. Keep glasses away from hot places like car dashboards to protect the lens coating. Leave specs in the case when they're not on your face to prevent... An eye test every 2 years helps you stay on top. Okay, every 2 years. 3-month satisfaction guarantee. Okay. So I'll say this, and I mentioned this on stream. I felt that my left eye with these glasses wasn't quite... The prescription wasn't quite like if I move it to the side, it goes out in and out of focus. Whereas my right eye, it stays in focus wherever I move it. So they didn't quite get the prescription right on this left eye. Now, is that me answering incorrectly at the test point? Probably. Hendrik, so look, that's all I wanted to say about that process. We'll move in now, and I'll just talk with the chat a bit, but that's all I had to say about getting glasses in Australia. Pretty straightforward, and yeah, maybe use OPSM. So the chat, Hendrik, I'm on my second set. I used an independent optometrist the second time, but all of this is in my original frames. So you've got your second prescribed set, but the frames still exist. Interesting. 8 watching, 1 like. Only 1 like? I can't believe it. After all I do for you. Come on. Smash that like button. That's just that's that alcohol solution, isn't it? So at this stage, I don't need glasses for anything like long distance. Like I don't need driving glasses. I don't need glasses when I'm, walking around outside. I only need glasses. These are filthy now. The fuck was on this cloth? I only need glasses when I'm sitting here at the computer or reading a screen like a mobile phone. But yeah, I want to hit this point hard too. Don't do what I did. Don't put it off. Like I started getting angry. Like I'd get angry when I couldn't see things. And I remember streaming here and like, Hendrik, you were pretty vocal on it. You were like, just go and get glasses, dude. I was trying to hold out till I was 50. That was my original plan. Just hold off until I hit the big 50. And Hendrik's like, just go and get glasses. You'll feel heaps better, man. And yeah, go and get them. Don't faff around. Just go and get them. I'm going to throw all this stuff in the bin. So look, at this particular juncture, I'm going to say thanks for viewing. Can I refresh my trousers and see if there's any more likes? Where's my mousicles? How come, is this not deserving of likes? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you saying, hey, dude, you need those glasses to look at this screen? I'm not going to give you a like for that. Now I see 4 likes. That'll do. 4's good. 7 watching and 4 likes. Thank you. Hendrik, correct. The new ones are progressives for one computer, one for phone use, the other for driving general use. Yeah, okay. So we got the same thing going there. Yeah, cool. Hey, should we end this stream and come back later on Kick and hang out for a while? I mean, we had such a good stream yesterday with the Tracer anniversary. We could just hang out and just chew the shit for a while. I'd like to. How about that then? I think we'll do that. We'll just hang out. We'll come back on Kick and hang out for a while. Probably not for 7 hours. That was a 7-hour stream. Oh, by the way, I'm uploading the VOD of that to YouTube, but there'll be a lot of processing and there'll be a lot of removing of copyrighted material, like all that Tracer stuff, especially the video clips. They get dinged, blocked worldwide kind of thing. Tracer stream was great, yeah. So what we need to debrief about that. So we'll come back on Kick. I'll wrap this up here, and then we'll come back out on Kick. Give me about half an hour or so to chill for a bit, and then come back out on Kick, and we'll hang out. So thanks for being here. Thanks for the likes. I can see you all now with these. Yeah, I can see. You can't get anything by me anymore. I'll see you all on Kick in a little whiles later. That's better. They're clean. Get him out of here. Get out of there.